So, reasons for delayed marriage. Number one is career development. Our parents did not bother about career. I told you the constitution of the traditional family was father and mother, and the mother took care of the home. The father went to work in the farm or whatever that is. So the woman's career then was marriage safe. Do you get it? And they started quite early. And they had children. And they saw their grandchildren. But industrialization made us to bring in career. And career is good, but should be put in its place. It should never take the place of people. So we should teach our children not to wait until graduation to marry. Go to school and do life. Don't go to school and do school. Because your life does not hold on until you graduate. And that's what we were taught. And so people got old in school because of career development. And that is part of the major reasons for people having difficulty with pregnancy too. Because it's not the time your parents were having children that you are now having children. And why did it stay so long? Because of career development. Number one is career development. And if you're not careful, you'll be prioritizing career and undermining relationship, undermining family, because you were not taught early enough. I tell my children, at this stage, you must be in serious relationships leading to marriage. Are you following? And I don't do that in my head with graduation date. Are you here? Prioritizing marriage. So number one is career development. Number two is religion. Religion. The virgin syndrome. So you have those people who are religious fanatics. Church make a lot of people not to get married, in case you don't know. Their nose is up. They look down on everybody. Does he pray 2 hours? How much has he given in the ministry? And your time is counting. It's not as spiritual. You know, women go to church more quickly than men. And it's because women are more emotional. It's not because they are more spiritual. I told you last week that a woman will pick things first before she decides which one she wants. A man will consider all the things. He will not touch anyone. When he has made a decision, he will pick. So a man picks slowly. A woman picks quickly, but she has not decided. That's why if you give a woman emotional attention, she will assume it as a relationship. Are you hearing me? So even if you are saying in your mouth that if you are somebody what's say we don't have anything together, we don't have I told you that I'm going to marry you? She doesn't need to hear it. For her, as long as you are calling her when a loving person should call, you are doing this, that is the relationship. You will literally have to smash her heart for her to wake up. Because they keep riding on the slightest glimmer of hope of being with you if they truly love you. That they will. So I don't mean to tell my stories, but let me say this to you. I was talking to somebody and I said, I'm here now. I'm talking to you from the accidents in my life. So at the point in my life, I was 23. The lady was 24 when I met her. And then we had this relationship. And I promised her with all of my heart, say, I am going to marry you. And when I said it, I had no jokes in me. I was not playing any game. I meant every bit of everything I said. And if you know me growing up, I'm a very committed person, whatever I put myself into. So when I have this relationship, everybody will know about the relationship. Family member, you will see me everywhere. I will be an authority in your life when I've not even paid anything. So that kind of attitude makes a woman say, nobody can change this person's mind concerning me. Do you understand? So that continued until I got saved. When I got born again, the relationship had to break. But sister wouldn't give up. She came over to church. So when I saw her in church, I went with a book to her. I realized I'd been called into ministry. I had 7 questions. And I said, the reason I cut off the relationship was because I wanted to serve God with my life. But now that you're here, if you want us to have a relationship, want to get married, these are the things I'm going to do with my life. I'm called into the ministry. I'm going to preach. How do you want your extended family to be? I'm a very serious person. 7 questions I can remember. She took it home, came back to me. All of them were yes. What do you expect? So we started this relationship now, being born again, without sex, a proper Christian relationship. We started it. Then I kept reporting her to the church. Why? She was not giving, I'm a very passionate person. I was not seeing the kind of commitment growing towards ministry. So I would complain. I said, this girl is not interested in ministry. And her character was too good that if I'm complaining, you'll be wondering, what does this guy really want from a person? Her character was too good. This is a girl who can take care of your extended family, even to ancestors. So character was great. But here, before, I had no purpose in my life. Now, I have Jesus and I have a purpose. And I was trying to drive her towards the purpose. That relationship made my marriage to work. Because the failure of that relationship, what I learned from there is that you cannot make anybody be what they are not. I believed I'll take her to class and teach her. I'll do all this. At a particular time, there was a particular day that brought her up, read Rhapsody. She held it, stood on the pulpit like this for a very long time, and closed it and went to sit down. I was embarrassed. I'm telling you to save you. She went to sit down, I felt bad. I was doing everything to make the purpose work because I had already accepted the relationship. It should be the purpose that works first before the relationship. And I was building from the relationship to the purpose. I did everything. Long story short, got to a point I still went, say, I can't do this again. Now, I broke that relationship. The 3rd time was the final one. And each time I did, she would say, I said, come on, go on with your life. She would say, am I complaining? I said, look, my journey is long. She said, my friends called me to talk to me too, that, look, nobody will be like this person. Oh. This person loves you, cares for everybody, takes care of, and it's a fact. So I'm not dealing with a girl who has bad character. No. It's a fact. But ministry was my passion, and that was the only place missing. Did she love God? Yes. But ministry requires more than your spirit. It requires your mind. There's a level of intellect that is required to preach what I'm preaching right now. You are not going to achieve it by prayer. You're going to study for it. I did everything. You got the point? So, I broke the relationship finally. I was 30, she was 31. This is a lady who was a year older than me. I said it carefully. I'm going to be 50 this year, so I'm 49. What do you think is her age? She's already 50. Still not married. I've been married for 14 years. And my relationship, my wife, we knew each other for 5 years before marriage. So that's 19 years. So what do you think happened? Number one, that lady allowed, listen women, don't be angry with me, just listen to what I'm saying. She allowed a man to waste her time. Did you hear what I just said? Because she was not making decisions for her life in spite of a man. She was making decisions that will suit the man. And some of you are there right now. It's not making commitment. You are still hoping that the next 6 months will work. The next 1 year will work. And he can easily dust his butt and move. Not you. And when I went back to look at this lady, I was talking to a friend of mine. I said, this is the mistake I don't want my children to make. I don't want people to make. I said, this is what happened. I said, that lady also had a long-term relationship that she even lived in the guy's house long before she met me. You would have expected that that kind of person would have learned the lesson of not dumping herself on another person. I know I'm the sort that is almost irresistible. I'll tell you why. I'm not a romantic guy. If you know me, you feel like your future is secured. I'm telling you. Why are you all seated here? It's me. Now, so it's like, where will I find this again? You are making a god of a man. What only God can do in your life, you are trying to get a man to do it. So in a sense, it's an expression of unbelief in God. And it will always disappoint you. So, don't waste your time. Prioritize marriage. If you are taught early 15, before 20 to prioritize marriage, when you get to 20, when you start dating, it will be very deliberate date. You will never step in something that does not have the possibility of the end. You will not tolerate stupidity along the journey because you don't have the time. He will very easily move to the next girl who is still in her prime. And who do you think I married next? The next girl, I'm 10 years older than her. She cannot make that choice. As a woman. The girl was a year older than me. When I got ready and got married to this person, I'm 10 years older than this lady. Are you following? Put the woman in my shoes. She cannot make this decision. So don't be foolish, girls. So eventually, that didn't work. And I was telling this guy yesterday, I said, when you look at, if she sits down and tells herself the truth, you'll find out that I didn't learn the lesson for the first relationship that I committed myself towards so long. I knew the family and everything, and the guy married somebody else. You met this other guy in school, which happened to me, the same way you immerse yourself in the relationship with everybody and the family and blah, blah, blah. And she was good. I still say tomorrow, good person. But good is not enough when you are dealing with purpose. The person must be a helpmeet. If I married her today, well, let's leave that aside. Because you can see what my wife does for the ministry. That's a help suitable. That was what I was fighting for. Are you following? And not like I knew how then when we had that relationship, but I just knew that this is not it. Did I say I'm not responsible? I am responsible. But look at how I walked away. And look at how she's talked. You don't have to fall into a ditch to know how deep it is. Learn from other people's failure. My failure is a gift to you if you want to hear. If you don't want to hear, that's your business. Someday you may be telling the stories here and with scars too. So, religion is another thing, I said, that makes people to have delayed marriage. To be lying to themselves. This brother is not spiritual enough. This one is not paying his tithe. He's not regular in church. You'll be doing that. You will carry church in your head and be a single mother. When the season passed, those who were fanatical with us in church, I see them right now, it's now they are trying to take their own personal business seriously. And they are in their 40s. Because the church didn't tell them the truth. Walk them into odd hours and undermine their family, even the ones who were married. Because the church was concerned about its goal, not about the people's life. And messed up the people's life. And after they are being used, they were chewed up. You know gum, when you are through with everything sweet in it, you spit out the empty. They are like that. Now they are tasteless and by the corner of the road. Because of religion. Because of religion. Number 3, self-deception. You think you are too much. The truth is this. Most ladies don't accept that they are average or normal people. There's a delusion that comes from beauty. There's a delusion that comes from intelligence. They overprice the goods. And at the right season of life, where they should make the right decision, they have this foolish thinking that they think all this attention will continue forever. They say, might not be my problem. Well, we'll find out. The thing takes a long while. I've told you, if it's business decision, you will see the repercussion instantly. But if it's life decision in marriage, you don't see the repercussion instantly. It takes a long while. So you may be getting along with a life for a while and think you are doing good. Until them wrinkles cannot take your potty fillers anymore. You be like this, and it's not like you are winking. Tough truth, I'm telling you. And what I'm doing is fathering you because nobody has talked to you. And so you're out there and you are vulnerable, but you think you are bold. They are hitting on you. Your body count is exceeding the maximum. And you're claiming. Now all that. Boss, lady, we will see. We will see. I'm looking at you like, the new batches of girls, they are coming. They are in their 15. When you see them, oh, they look like Tesla cars. I'm telling you, they'll shove you to the side very easily. Very easily. If you don't prioritize marriage. If you don't prioritize relationship over things. Because ultimately, it's relationships that count. And the most critical is your spouse. So if you play with your 20s, you play with your life. If you think you are special, we will find out. We will find out. So self-deception. Most girls overrate themselves. You know, when I took question and answer, you see people say that real men are not available, real men are not available. The men that are available are your men, but you think they are not your men. You think you are better than them. You think you are too good, too smart, too beautiful. Add to that, classy. You think you are too classy. You are playing around. You will find out. The most interesting thing is this. I meet people who are my friends. Look, my life is an experiment. So this thing I'm telling you, I have said it in my 20s to my friends. I said it to them in our 30s, the ones who grew with me. We are in our late 40s. I'm still saying it. They are still not hearing. I talked to one last week. I said, I'm not under scrutiny. You. It's not today I've been telling you this thing. How old are you? I'm 49, you are 47. You are old. You are not married, you have a child out of wedlock. And still today, you are still arguing with me. When you had the child out of wedlock, you called me. I'm the one that stood as father to talk to the family. When you are dealing with divorce with this other man, you called me and the one. Still, I'm the one you are arguing with. When will you realize that you have failed? And I'm warning you. You are in your 20s. When I asked a lady, how old are you? I was talking to somebody, say, how old are you? I said 29. My heart left me. Because this is somebody who probably met in their 20s, fooling around with some stupid guy who has no plan for them. And when you're talking to them, they don't want to hear. They think you don't understand. You're falling lame. Delay in marriage is career development. Number 2, religious fanaticism. Their nose is up. Have you seen those religious bigots? They say his tongue is only one syllable. Ka, ka, ka. Me. You are doing Sefrodians comes a hisik prakando shalamandeya. So you say you are in a high class spiritually. So you are looking for somebody, you have BS, you need somebody who has a master's in the spirit. You will find out. You will find out. Missionary you will not be. You will not do any of those things. And you begin to go to prayer houses after prayer house. And nothing as threatening as a woman who is not married, who is about 50, who is now a prophetess. It's very threatening. They are very confident over nothing. Have you seen them? They have very strong personality because this is the life they have. This is the fight they know. So let's deal with reprioritizing marriage. If you have messed up, is that the end? No. Are you following me? So, you see, to put this in context, I said to you, for a girl between the ages of 15 and 25 are most sensitive years. Because from 15, somebody better be teaching you to prioritize marriage. Because you should make the decision in between 20 and 25. If you miss that timing, let's say 25 to 30 is your mistake. Because perfect timing is that 20 to 25. Are you here with me? Why is it a mistake? You can recover from the shortcomings. Once you cross 30, you are in danger zone. Danger zone. There should be a red light on your head. You're in danger zone. And if you don't readjust your mentality, most problem is how you think. If you don't readjust your mentality, you'll be living in some kind of delusion. Once you reach 40, you're in no man's land.